Hey boys, the reason I had you come in and talk because we just got done with all of our benchmark testing, and I wanted to kind of talk about where you were at the beginning of the year and where you are now. And I think you're going to be pretty excited. I wrote them both down, and these are kind of like the cards that you guys took and made your goals. I want you to look at the A reading. At the beginning of the year, both you guys' scores are almost exactly alike all year. You were in the 440s. At mid-year, you were both in the 470s. And now you're at both 488. You're exactly the same. Now, guys, the king, you went up 41 points from the beginning of the year to the end of the year. And you went up 45. Because of that, number one, it's because of your hard work. Because of that, that's why I have switched your reading group also. So we're still going to work on some of that stuff, but I'm really pushing you at your grade level now, comprehension things, so that we can get you going. You guys, this is a huge jump. Now I'm going to tell you, we still have work to do. Because what we want to do at this time of the year, remember before the test we talked about it, that 503. But look at how much closer you guys were than at the beginning of the year. How do you feel about that, Alex? What do you think made the difference?
The reading?
Yeah. What part of our reading do you think helped make the difference? You know, I'm going to tell you, look at me. I'm going to tell you what I think it was with you. Number one, your hard work. And you all of a sudden decided, beginning of the year, I had a lot of fighting from you. You didn't want to do it. You didn't want to try. You didn't want to make mistakes in front of the other kids. All of a sudden, you just blossomed. You're taking those chances. You're working. King. Same thing with you. Look at that. What do you think made the difference there?
The voice count and the reading that do that there.
You think? So, well, I'm glad to hear you say that coming in here is helping. And I think you hit the nail on the head, McKean. The voice count thing. Because I've noticed, and we're going to see that when we look at your graphs for your IEP things, when your corrective teachings go up, your scores go down. When your corrective teachings go down, your scores go way up. So today on your chart, I noticed before when I marked it right before you left, you have all top yeses. And I heard from Miss Driscoll that the work that you did in class was amazing today. So do you see that when we get our behavior down, what we learn goes up? Now I want you guys to look at, we call this the CBM. I know we have all these weird names. It's how many words did you read in a minute correctly, and what percent did you get right?
We did 3. We did 3 stories with Miss Christensen.
Yep, you read 3, and then what they do is they take your middle one. Did you know that? It all goes in the computer picks your middle score out. So you have a low score, a high score, and the middle score. The middle score is what you get. Again, you guys are pretty close to the same. But I want to look at the end. King, you started with 34 words a minute. You went up to 63. Okay?
But this is weird. See? 80, 90, 100.
Your first, I know, I can't wait to talk about those. You went from 21 up to 65. Okay? Those were your words per minute. Remember, this time in 3rd grade we wanted it 130, so we're still not up to speed. But guys, look at that percent. You're at 100, you're at 97. We want everybody to read at 95%. So you guys have met that goal, and both of you have gone over the goal. So now that we have that accuracy down, and I see that every week, and we'll see that when we look at your reading goal that we do in here weekly. Every week I see you reading that accurate. Now your speed's going to go up. you guys, I cannot tell you how proud I am of you, because now we are on that road to get where we need to be, right? Okay, let's look at these. And I think the first one is reading. And a King, I'm going to be honest, you don't have a % accurate on yours. You know why? Because you're always 100% accurate. Grab your binder. And you can grab your binder too. There you go. And turn to your reading page. Look at 97, 100, 95, 98, 93, 98, 98, 98. Oh, you have a brand new one at 97.
97.
Look at your percents.
98, 5, 98.
So do you guys see how that accuracy, and now, King, and I looked, this week right here was a really bad week for corrected teachings. We had a really rough week that week, but now we're back up. Last week was a pretty good week. Look at that. This is your writing. Who agrees that this is probably the thing we're really struggling with? Is get no sentences, but you guys are getting there. Now, King, I want to tell you with yours, as we changed yours, we made yours harder, if you remember that. You used to just count how many words you wrote. Not anymore. Now your sentences all have to be correct. So it is getting harder, but if you remember the last 2 weeks, you got mad and wouldn't write. You don't want to write anymore. Remember that? So, remember when I always tell you, you have to get the writing down on paper, otherwise I can't read it. And a King, I know when we put effort in, it's going to be up here. You know how I know that? Because I've been seeing your sentences you're writing about your beverages. But now you have to show me on here so that we can show it to everybody else. The yellow line is where we want third graders to be. Okay, so that is our ultimate goal, where we want to get. This line is where, beginning of the year, where we wanted you by the next time. That's where we guess that you would be by the end of the year. And look at this. You are going above that line, and that's where we want to keep you. And we'll stay up there, we'll get up there, and then the next year, we'll push that harder. Because look at how big this gap was between you and your friends. When we get to here, now look at how close you are to them. We're closing that gap. How do you feel? I know you want to tell me because I can tell by your face. How excited are you about that? I know we give you these goals, we send them home with your report card, but have we ever sat down and talked about them and what they meant? No. So now you're seeing. Look at how closer to your friends you are. And Alex, I'm going to tell you, I get reports from Miss Cruz all the time that when you guys are getting pushed in for the sugar things, when she asks you to do something, you always say to her, can I try the exceeds one too? Not many kids do that. So you're the reason your writing is getting better. Okay, math.
In Boys Town, I get all yeses, and when I get all yeses, I get more reading done in math, and so all I like, and science.
I'm most proud of my math because I come with my spike and she helps me.